Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 found footage horror film Jeffrey's Hell. The film is written, directed, and starring Aaron Irons, and it stars as well Jason Kring, Josh Croft, Steve Cross, Marissa Kay. We've got Dean Shortland and Sarah Van Arstel. Right, okay. Now, you may recall last week I reviewed a found footage film called Chest, that came out in 2022, I believe. Well, this is the sequel to Chest. I have been sent a screener for this one, so it's being shown at the festivals right now, but it will be making its way for everyone to watch this year, I believe. Now, while this is a sequel to Chest, it's actually quite a smart sequel. And what I mean by that is the first half of this film is very much like a documentary style found footage film. And it focuses on Aaron Irons, who is the writer and director. And it's all the cast from the first film returning. They're talking on camera and they're talking about this new project that Aaron's got going. And it means heading off into the wilderness to kind of, do some research and do some searching of like this cave, so on and so forth. And Aaron kind of heads out there on his own, and he's expecting everybody else to join him, but they don't. They can't make it. So he does what you should never do and heads out on his own, hiking on his own, and heads into this cave on his own. And then, as I've said, much of this, the first half of this is like his friends and colleagues being interviewed as to what they think's going on. Where is he? What's happened? Some of them think something sinister's happened. Some of them think he's faking it, and he's going to turn up somewhere. The FBI getting involved, all this kind of stuff. And then, so after you get all the stories from everybody in the first half of the film, the second half of the film is pure found footage, and you get to literally watch what Aaron goes through in this cave, known as like Jeffrey's Hell. And it's pretty intense stuff while he's in there on his own. Right, what are my thoughts on Jeffrey's Hell? Well, one thing is very, very clear to me that Aaron, I don't know if it's Aaron or Aaron, so I'm sorry if I've pronounced it wrong. I'm called Aaron as well, but mine's spelt differently. One thing's very clear, that Aaron understands found footage very, very well. When I watched Chest, I thought that was a bit of a hidden gem. I really enjoyed it. It followed the rules of found footage really well, and it had some genuine scares in it. Some silly moments as well, but because it was entertaining, you can forgive it. This one is a much more grounded and serious approach to found footage, and it's like the other side of the coin to the first film, and it's really well done. I mean, this guy really does get found footage here, and it would have been easy to do a follow-up to Chest and just kind of do more of the same. And I'm pleased to report that he absolutely hasn't done that here. This is a sequel to Chest only because it's got all the cast and the crew being interviewed from that film. And it's got a similar theme, with him hiking off into the woods to kind of look for this mysterious cave that's, hides all these secrets. But he does it on his own, and they really do present this as a genuine, found footage thing with him going missing and all that kind of stuff. Now, clearly he hasn't, but it's very grounded in its approach, and it's trying to convince you that this is real. And for me, the best found footage films manage to convince you of that, especially the documentary ones, because you're kind of getting these people being interviewed, and sometimes when you mix documentary style found footage with real found footage sort of thing, as we get here, it can work really exceptionally well. And I'm talking about things like the Poughkeepsie tapes and Hell House, that kind of stuff, where you get into people being interviewed. It can really add to the tension and the drama of the film. And the second half of the film, for me, absolutely delivers on scares. I initially thought, well, this isn't going to be all much fun because it's just him on his own in a cave. I couldn't have been more wrong. It's actually worse because it's claustrophobic, and if you are claustrophobic, this film is probably going to upset you. And I think Aaron does a really good job of portraying the fear and terror that he's facing in this cave on his own. And he really does face fear and terror. And it reminded me an awful lot of As Above, So Below, in its theme, really. And if you've seen that film, you know what I mean. Where they go down on, underneath Paris, and it kind of develops into their own personal hell, if you like. That's very much what happens to Aaron in this film. He's in his own personal hell in this cave on his own, and some freaky shit starts happening, and it at times, had me white knuckling it. And I really, really thought it was well put together. It was a thoughtful sequel. It kind of added to the first, but in a far different way. And I think they both absolutely complement each other superbly. I've had a quick glance on IMDb, and I've seen the rating for this, and I think it's a disgrace. I really do. I think this is really very watchable indeed for a found footage film with documentary style elements thrown in there. It works. There's some freaky moments in it, and if the first half of the film kind of draws you into the story of Aaron and what's happening here, then the second half of the film will just hammer it home with a sledgehammer what he actually goes through. And I really thought it was a well done found footage film. This, while I would love to see Aaron doing a found footage film with a real budget behind it, because he's got the nous up there. He knows what found footage is all about. He's delivered two different versions of a found footage film now. They've both been very well done, in my opinion, for the budget that he's had to work with. So I would be very, very interested to see more from him in regards to this genre and horror in general. So yeah, I definitely recommend found footage fans out there, when this one comes out, and Aaron, if you're watching this review, please put in the comments when people can be expecting this to be released, and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you're a fan of found footage. I certainly wasn't. I thought it was really nicely done.